Hey, I'm out here in my garden. It's getting to become fall, and I have a lot of work to do. In fact, I have probably, I think, more work to do in the fall than I do in the spring. There's just so many things to harvest, so many things to clean up and put away. All the bananas have to be covered that are hardy. All the ones that are not have to be dug up and put into pots to bring inside. As you can see, there's lots of grass to rake up, all kinds of things to do. So things are getting done when they get done, but not quite as fast as I'd like them to be. Today is the buckwheat will hopefully be done growing and I can harvest. Marigold seeds, I pulled all of these and I save them for next year. That's how I have all the marigolds everywhere that I do, just from doing that every year. And so I have to harvest all the corn. In fact, I might be doing that soon. A little grasshopper. I've seen lots of these everywhere. I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully that doesn't mean next year there will be a plague of them. And there's still tons of peppers to get. And some radishes over here. My dragon's tail radish. They're starting to make the long edible seed pods. That's what you grow them for. You don't grow them for the root. Bananas, and they all have to come up. And I put them in pots so that they can survive. And there's tons of them, little tiny plants. My grapes are doing. I'm only trying to wait until they become like really super ripe before I harvest them. It's really hard though because they smell really good, and I keep walking out here and I just can't help but eat some. These are so good. I love them. I'm so happy I planted grapes. I come out here just to snack on my grapes. I came out here because I need to transplant trees. I've been letting my plums grow and grow wild so that I can transplant them and have more trees for free. It's my native plum collection. I think it's a Santa Rosa, and that one is a Prairie Red. I can't remember. I'll need to reference and look, but these are my plums. This one's not going anywhere, it's staying here. These ones here, that is forming this thicket, is just the native American plum. The yellow fruit with little bits of hints of red on it, like a yellow orange. It's thorny, very thorny. I mean, look how the thorns can grow really long, inches, several inches. And if you don't constantly remove the suckers that come up everywhere and form new trees, it becomes a very dense, thorny mess. But I let them come up for a few years. For one, I helped protect the two main ones that I planted from the deer. And I thought one day I can move them and I'll have more trees. Start with this little collection here in the front. And what you want to do when you're transplanting trees or shrubs is go at least 10 inches out for every inch in diameter the stem is that you're trying to get. And as you go, you want to go straight down and make a cut all the way around before you start prying. You don't really want to try to pry it up. That'll damage some of the roots that you want to keep here in the root ball that you're trying to create. This is a normal example, not a normal example what happens, but since this used to be a garden bed, the soil here is very different. I can just put my hand right through it. So it's not really becoming a root ball as much as it's just coming up and out. I'm definitely going to remove this section here. Removed another one from there, but the soil is really loose right through there because it used to be a garden bed, and it's not really it's just coming apart. I'm going to cut this in half because this side and this side are far enough apart that I can easily make two groupings out of this. So I'm going to dig up a little bit more because the soil here is so loose. Trying to get a root ball is just not really feasible right now. So I'm just digging them up and really watering them. Like I said, where I live, this will be okay. But in an ideal situation, you want to try to keep like as much as the soil up around the roots and everything as possible. I've dug up all I want to dig up and have room for. And you can see it looks a lot different. It's the wild plum, which gets thorny and turns into a little bush thicket. So there's one that I got from it. So it doesn't look so good right now, but it'll be fine. And over here is another plum. Here's 2. And here's another plum. There's 3. And over here are raspberries. Raspberries. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. Plum. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. Plum. That's 5. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. A plum. That's 6. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. Black mulberries. Black raspberries. Rose. Black raspberries. Black raspberries. There was black raspberries here, but they don't look so good, but they're still alive. Plum, so that's 7, I think. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. Rose. Black raspberry. Black raspberry. Plum. Black raspberry. Black raspberry. Plum. It'll make a wall that goes all through here, all around the back, in about 5 years. That I transplanted a few here, so there's 8 at least. So 8 little sections of, little groupings of, 2, 3, 4 little plum trees. It's a lot of work to do, and I'm not near ready to be finished. I have to harvest corn, still lots of vegetables to harvest, lots and lots of weeding, lots of grapes to get. These are from that little one right over there. They're pretty good. I have a really thick skin. Grapes are getting ripe. Still can't keep out of them now. I keep eating them still. They're still good, even though they're not all the way ripe. Now, eat fresh fruit. You realize it was all worth it. Wonderful day. I'm going to sit out here and eat some grapes, relax, and just enjoy some work I've done. Just wanted to share how take a couple fruit trees, bushes, keep them going for a few years, keep propagating them, and have yourself a whole orchard. That just made me laugh.